Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Loz. I talk about mental health and dogs, and I'm all about support, love and good positive vibes. So if you're in need of some of that, then stick around. Today I'm going to talk to you about manifestation. So I recently did a video on the law of attraction, which I'll put a card for up here. But the law of attraction, I've always been a big believer in. It's not so much about what the universe can bring to you if you just imagine it. It's more so about what you're looking for in your life and how you can magnetize positive things into your world by focusing on them and working for them. So I want to talk more about that today because I've recently found out that is actually backed up in science. There's actually a part of your brain which helps you manifest. So this is the trick to life apparently, and I'm so grateful to have learned it, so I want to share it with all of you. So please keep on watching. Okay, so I've just lowered the camera down a little bit. I just played back my intro and realized how high up you were. I look like I've been decapitated. So I've just brought you back down to eye level and apologize for that. So I'm going to start off with the definition of the reticular activating system. So I'm going to read it from my phone. It's also known as reticular formation. And by definition, reticular formation, or reticular activating system as a noun, a diffuse network of nerve pathways in the brainstem connecting the spinal cord, cerebrum and cerebellum and mediating the overall level of consciousness. So, a lot of big words in there, but basically what we know about the reticular activating system is that it's a filter. It's a filter for our brains. If, for example, you were to go to a Facebook website and you were to be able to take in every ad, every prompt, every status, every photo that was on that page, you'd be incredibly overwhelmed and you wouldn't be able to process the important information. So the reticular activating system is the filter which pulls out that important information and encodes it in your memory. And that's basically what we do in life. We filter out important information. So when I say that your RAS is like a filter for your brain, what I mean is that the RAS seeks information that validates your beliefs. So if you believe that you're not good at standing up for yourself, for example, if you're faced with confrontation, you won't deal with that confrontation well. You notice the anxious parts of yourself. You'll notice the parts of yourself that just want to go away and go to bed or hide in a hole or cuddle your dog. But if you believe that, I know I feel like an anxious person, but I know I have the strength to stand up and support myself, you'll notice those little parts of yourself that ignite when someone's confronting you. Like if someone's yelling at you, there'll be that part of yourself that goes, oh, like I just don't want to deal with this, I just want to go to bed or cuddle my dog. But there'll also be that part of you that thinks, you know what, this isn't good enough and I don't deserve to be yelled at like this. And regardless of context, you never deserve to be yelled at. So it's like, stand up for yourself. And if you pay attention to that little part of yourself that wants to stand up for yourself and you acknowledge it, it'll, grow like a seed that's been given water. You'll engage with it more and you'll act on it. Being a confident person doesn't mean that you don't have anxieties or that you're not nervous or scared of things, but it just means that you prioritize the confident parts of you over those anxious parts. So it doesn't mean that you have to completely change. It's all within you. You just have to engage with the stronger, more positive parts of yourself and notice the more strong parts of your life, the more positive elements of your life that you want to attract. But here's where the fun part comes in. We've trained our RAS. We've taught it what to filter by what we notice and by what we pay attention to. So if you want to bring more positivity into your life, if you want to, you know, be that person that stands up for yourself when you're being bullied at work or at school, or if you want to be the person who is brave enough to ask for a salary increase, you know, those kinds of things, then you need to train yourself to be that person. And by that, I mean, imagine it, visualize it in your brain. And as you visualize it, if you really just like close your eyes and put yourself in that space that you want to be in, doing the things that you want to be doing, and really feel how, like, allow yourself to feel how that makes you feel as though it's actually happening, your brain doesn't know the difference. So your brain doesn't know the difference between a real memory and something that you've made up. So if you're imagining this, even though it hasn't actually happened, your brain will encode that as a real memory. Like, mind blown. I think that's insane. So your reticular activating system, sorry, Ollie's playing with his toy, so you might hear some banging. But your reticular activating system actually will start to evolve. It will start to change, and it will start to filter in the things that you want to be seeing, because you'll start to pay attention to them more. So it's like so simple, it's so within your power to change your life, and there's just no reason why you shouldn't start today. And I know for myself, I didn't know that this is what was happening. I didn't know that it was my actual like neurons changing at the time, but I did develop into that person that I wanted to be by imagining it and treating my life as though those things were happening, and treating myself as though I was that person. And I did those things. I stood up for myself at work. I stood up for myself with men who wanted to treat me like shit. I stood up for myself with friends that wanted to treat me like shit. I stopped copying the bullshit in my life that I was so accustomed to dealing with, because, you know, I just wanted to be that person like Otis from Sex Education. If you haven't watched that, it's so funny. I definitely recommend it. But Otis says at the start of the season that he just wants to be the person in the corner that nobody notices, and he's very happy that way. And that's all I ever wanted to be. And now I can't imagine being that person anymore. I don't want to be that person anymore. I want to be the person that stands up for myself and imagines this wonderful life and actualizes this wonderful life and lives loudly and happily and fully. And everyone can have that. You just have to train your brain. Everyone wants it, so you just have to train your brain to actually feel it and feel like the emotions and visualize it as though it's happening. So it's so easy to do, and it's free. So yeah, I hope that this was meaningful for you, and thanks so much for watching. Bye.